Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. Oh, hello. I just love Pokemon. Whether it's the cards or the games or the plushies or any aspect of the Pokemon world, it's just my jam, okay? Pokemon is a great way to hang out with friends, whether you're playing the TCG or the VGC. The game can be as casual or as competitive as you like, whether you're playing with a few friends or you want to try a Pokemon tournament on your journey to becoming a Pokemon master. There are plenty of ways to play. Maybe I could be a Pokemon master. Let's build a Pokemon deck together. How do you build a standard Pokemon TCG deck? The standard format is the most common way to play the Pokémon Trading Card Game. It's the format most competitive games are played in, whether that be at your weekly Pokemon League, a regional championship, or even the World Championship tournament itself. So what is standard and how can I build a deck? The standard format of the Pokémon Trading Card Game is one of two formats used for official sanctioned Pokemon play events, along with the expanded format. Standard format contains the most recent expansions for the Pokémon Trading Card Game and rotates once a year, usually after the World Championships in August. Rotation cycles out the older sets to make way for new sets so that only a certain number of sets are legal in standard at any one time. This is to keep things fresh and to give new cards room to be played. In addition to the regular expansions that are released every February, May, August, and November, there will also be a number of additional cards that are legal in any given season. So that could be Black Star promo cards, supplementary products, and sometimes special expansion sets that come out in addition to regular sets. In the past, these have included sets like Dragon's Vault, Generations, and Hidden Fates. Let's look at the current standard to see what's legal. What's legal in standard? If you head over to the Pokémon website and check the TCG section, you can visit the news page. Here you can find out what's legal in standard. According to the site, the current sets legal in standard are, as of the filming of this video, the Sun and Moon sets Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds, Cosmic Eclipse. The Sword and Shield sets, Sword and Shield, Rebel Clash, and Darkness Ablaze. In addition, the expansion set Hidden Fates is legal. The cards from Detective Pikachu expansion, Black Star promo cards numbered SM158 and up, and SWSH0001 and up, and functionally identical cards from the McDonald's collections. So, to check if your cards are legal, check the expansion symbol on the bottom left corner of the card. If it isn't one of these symbols, it's not legal. You may notice on newer cards a regulation mark. This is a new feature that hopes to make it easier to explain standard rotation going forward. For example, it's a lot easier to figure out if cards with symbols D, E, and F are legal than by checking set symbols. The first time this will be used is likely August 2021. Of course, more sets are added all the time, so be sure to keep up to date with what's legal. The most recent expansion set, Champion's Path, was a special expansion set released on September 25th. One thing to keep in mind is that sets aren't legal on release. You'll have to wait 2 weeks or sometimes more for them to become legal and standard. Champion's Path became legal on October 9th, 2 weeks after release. The general rule is that sets are legal the second Friday after they come out in the United States. And don't worry, I hear they were printing more Champion's Path, so if you missed out, keep your eyes peeled for a second print run. One thing to keep in mind is that you can, if you have them, use older printings of cards that are currently legal and standard on one condition. The rules text on them has to be functionally identical to the card currently in standard. So, for example, if Rainbow Energy was legal in standard, you'd be able to use any version that has rules text that refers to placing 1 damage counter on your Pokémon. Any versions with the older text, 10 damage, are not legal for play, because 10 damage and 1 damage counter are distinctly different effects. The final thing we need to check before we get down to building a standard Pokémon deck is whether there are currently any banned cards. If we head on over to the official site, we can find the TCG banned card list. Any card under the standard subheading is banned in standard, so we cannot include it in our deck. Right now, that's Belelba and Bryson Man from Cosmic Eclipse, and Miss Magius from Unbroken Bonds. So now we know which of our cards we can play. How do we build a deck? How to build a standard deck. A Pokemon deck consists of 60 cards, no more and no less. We can have up to 4 copies of any named card. When I say 4 copies of a named card, that's exactly what I mean. So if I wanted to play Pikachu in my deck, I could only have 4 cards named Pikachu. Whether that's 4 Sword and Shield promo copies or 2 from Unified Minds and 2 from Unbroken Bonds, I can only play 4. However, I can still add an additional 4 copies of the promo Detective Pikachu, as the name on the card is different. It's as simple as that. This also means that I can run 4 Charizard and 4 Charizard GX, and still 4 more Charizard V, as each of these has a different name. Decks consist of Pokémon, trainer cards, and energy. You'll need a combination of all 3 in order to build a winning deck. Again, if you'd like to learn how to play Pokémon TCG, I have a video that explains it in less than 15 minutes. Trainer cards can be further broken down into supporters, items, tools, and stadiums, while energy includes basic energy and special energy. You may include any number of basic energy, but special energy, again, follows the limit of 4. Next, you'll need some inspiration for which deck to build. If you're building your first deck, then pick something that inspires you. Who's your favorite Pokemon? Did you spot a cool way to win a game on a card? Deck inspiration. If you're still not zoned in on what to build, or if you don't know where to begin, then I'd suggest looking at picking up a few products to get you going. The tried and tested combination of an elite trainer box plus a theme deck from the same set is a great way to kickstart your deck building. The theme decks contain synergistic starter decks, and by opening some boosters of that same set from an elite trainer box, you can be sure to open cards that will increase the potency of the synergies in the theme deck, and potentially finish some playsets of needed cards. The Elite Trainer Box also contains all you need to play: a GX marker, dice, and basic energy cards of each type. I recently reviewed the Pokemon Trainer's Toolkit on my channel, and that too is a great option to kickstart your collection. Building for success. To understand what makes standard decks tick, and to help us figure out how to build our own, let's take a look at the current most popular standard deck, Zacian ADP. The success of your standard build relies on these key principles: synergy, acceleration, consistency, interaction. Synergy is how cards work together. In the ADP deck, the namesake card, Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia, provides our win condition, using the Altered Creation GX attack to ensure we take extra prize cards for the rest of the match. Zacian V provides the damage necessary to try and go for one-hit knockouts, with Brave Blade doing 230 damage. This is enough to knock out most Pokemon in Standard, except for the biggest of the bunch. There are ways we can set up to do more damage, though, and ways we can make this easier to accomplish. Acceleration is how we speed up toward our knockouts as soon as possible to limit the number of turns our opponent can take to try and win. What makes Zacian so good is that it can accelerate on its own in a pinch using the Intrepid Sword ability, and it also benefits from ramp cards like Metal Saucer and Energy Switch. Powering up our Pokemon as fast as possible is the goal, but to do this reliably, we need consistency cards. To pull off your strategy as smoothly as possible, you'll want draw and search cards. Discarding your hand to draw 7 is always powerful, so 4 copies of Professor's Research are a snap include. We also play Quick Ball to pull out our basics, Cherish Ball for GXs, and Marnie as more draw power. The final type of card to include in your deck is interaction cards. These are cards like Boss's Orders, which pull up a benched Pokemon from the opponent for your Zacian to knock out. It's a great way to get around bigger Pokemon we can't one-hit KO. Other cards that fall into this category are Mawile GX, whose Captivating Wish ability can pull out Pokemon onto the opponent's bench, and Crushing Hammer, which can discard energy from the opponent's Pokemon. If you can master picking the right cards in these categories to support your strategy, you'll be building for success. Whether you're returning to Pokemon or just getting started, there's a number of great resources out there I'd recommend to get caught up. Resources. PKMNcards.com is an excellent database of card images to browse set by set what's legal and standard. You can use the search tools to find cards for your decks and get caught up on the latest releases. PokeGym is the foremost site to visit for more in-depth rules discussions, card erratas, rulings, and tournament judge resources. If you have a question about how a weird interaction works, chances are it's already been answered there. Finally, Limitless TCG is one of the best places to find meta deck deck lists and archetypes. They also post strategy content and have a regularly updated results database. There are many sites out there, but these three are amongst the most comprehensive. I wish you the best of luck on your Pokemon journey to become a Pokemon TCG champion. Let me know in the comments below what deck you'll be building with the new Champions Path cards. And remember, use those code cards in your booster packs on the Pokemon TCG online game. Every paper product you buy comes with those codes to redeem for the equivalent online. And playing online is not only completely free, but it's a great way to practice building and playing decks. And so always remember to get as much of that training in as you can.